So, boss, that's a disappointing day, I would say. Thoughts on the performance?
Very poor. Yeah, just didn't think we got going. Didn't defend very well. Didn't do enough, And these players have now got to take a bit of responsibility. They know they come here. Our aim is to get in the playoffs, and they've got to show a little bit more about themselves. Really, if I'm being honest, I feel they've been a very bit lethargic, a bit disappointing. Really, when you see them in training and how good they can be, it's a disappointment when you come to a game and really don't play enough and do enough as individually and as a team.
It feels very much like Cray Valley and the Cray Wanderers game, and maybe a couple of the others that we've played really good in spells and not capitalised when we've done that, and then when we've not been at our best, we've conceded some really poor goals. I mean, today it was a clumsy penalty to give away, one again right before half time, the same as that Cray Wanderers game, and then we haven't defended the long free kick well, and it's deflected. There's not enough Bailey can do about it at that point, but it's almost soft goals and goals that we've almost gifted the teams.
Yeah, it's very disappointing. There's too many goals against the experience we've got in our back four. And to be fair to Bailey, he was really good today. Give him some credit. But no, we've just got to improve. It's just got to be better. We're a little bit nervy, and when we play, we're a good side, but don't play enough, as I said there. And it's disappointment. Really disappointed with the players today. Sometimes, yeah, people moan about managers, and that's fair enough. But sometimes players have got to hold their hands up and say, "Hang on, I haven't done what I should be doing here."
I thought, yeah, obviously after we got a really early setback, and then we responded really early after that. I think it's 1-1 after about 5-6 minutes, and yeah, I think we did dominate that first half. And someone texted me and said we've dominated this half, and I'm guaranteed we're going 2-1 down, and we did, and it's almost like a kick in the teeth, and it's a setback, and it's not, again, it's second home leg game running that's happened, and it can't be easy to go into the dressing room having played been the better and had that right before the break.
Well, it's just point because we're a very experienced side. Let's be honest. You look at the team; it's played a lot of football. There's a lot of non-league games under this. Like we're talking thousands, and they've got to take a bit of responsibility and get on with the game and keep it moving along. And didn't think we did that.
Can I ask you about the referee today?
I think all referees have been poor this year. Referees have been poor. I think they're the poorest I've seen. But I don't want to use that as an excuse for us. Games. It's. But they haven't been very good in any of the games, really. I think last week one wasn't too bad, but generally they've been very disappointing. And should we have a penalty, maybe? And I don't know. There's a lot of things going on that as I say, that'd be unfair to take that away from Potter's Bar, and they deserve to win. So.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you can take certainly the penalty they got away from him. I think that was a stonewall penalty. But yeah, I think certainly there were a lot of grumblings around the ground. At least the referee maybe wasn't at his best, and I think it's fair to say that I don't think the referees. I mean, Potter's Bar, I think, have reason to complain as well today. To be fair.
Yeah, the referee didn't play very well, nor did we. So same thing. We've got to play better, and otherwise your trip to Dulwich would be really hard work. But we've got to put a few things right on Tuesday. Try a few of the other players. Obviously, the lads that's on the bench will play, and hopefully get ready for Saturday. But obviously, they could be pushing for a place now.
Obviously, going into those 2 cup games, then I suppose maybe is it a benefit that Tuesday the sort of pressure's almost off a little bit, and it's only the Kent Senior Cup.
Yeah, maybe we'll play better then. Hopefully, we will. Maybe, as you say, the pressure off, but you've got to accept pressure. You've got to take pressure, and that's part of this club now. We moved it on so far. Now we're getting crowds, 750, 800. You've got to show you want to play and can handle that sort of expectation. I do as a manager. They've got to do as a player.
Cheers, boss. So Drake's not the greatest day at the office for us today.
No, obviously conceding 3 at home, not good, but even the performance, as much as anything, I think that's the busiest Bailey's probably been, and for me, he was our man of the match. So, to have a home game and for Bailey to get man of the match and to come out on the losing team, not a good day at the office.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Bailey, to be fair, had a lot to do until maybe 2-2, but he certainly did maybe the last 10-15 minutes, I think, after we'd equalised. They were the team that were going to go and win it, and they might have had a bit of luck with the goal. It's usually deflected, there's nothing Bailey could do about it, but I think maybe at that point they deserved to win it. They hit the bar, and he made a couple of really good saves to keep it at 2-2.
Yeah, first half, we said on the bench, it just seemed flat all over. They they didn't seem to have much about them. We didn't seem to have much about us, and we thought it was just going to be one of those games where hopefully a goal was going to spark something. And as the more it went on, it just seemed a flat game. They grew into the game maybe late on, pushed a couple of extra men forward and changed positions slightly, but I think for our side of things it was just our tempo wasn't there, our options on the ball weren't there, and recovery runs, second balls, we were miles off it all game.
So maybe we showed a little bit of what we can do in the first half. We did create some good chances, but we're not doing that. We're not creating good enough chances. We're not creating enough chances, and we're not capitalising on those chances when we do get them. And that, you know, if you add that to conceding sloppy goals at the other end, and it's a recipe for disaster, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And yeah, in glimpses we look good, but you can't do things in glimpses. The game's 90 plus minutes long, and you go and perform for 10-20 minutes. It's no good because the other team are going to be on top. So yeah, we need to get back to the drawing board, go again, work hard. This is where you earn your stripes. This is where you have to turn up.
Well, obviously, yeah, you say they've got to work hard and that, and say it's a long way to go for the rest of the season, and it's important that we bounce back in the right way. We've got a couple of cup games to come up now, maybe especially Tuesday night. Maybe that's a bit more pressure off.
Yeah, we've got to find some confidence from somewhere. We've got to find a bit of rhythm, and get back to playing probably to a standard where we know that we can, and the standard that we've shown in glimpses. So we know we've got the players, we know we've got the squad. It's just now our mentality of being able to step up when we need to.
And obviously, important to have. Obviously, we've got, say, it's this cup game Tuesday night, and then away on Saturday, and then once we're back at home in the league, hopefully a bit of home support, get behind the lads, and really rally round.
Yeah, and we need to give them something to sing about. Yeah, like I say, it was flat today. I don't think we gave supporters anything to sing about, to cheer about. I don't think they probably was a very entertaining game, and for that, Potter's Bar will be happy. For us, we need to do more. At the minute, we didn't look like an exciting team to watch, and yeah, we need to change something to make sure we are bringing the crowd in.
Cheers, Drakes.